Yeah, so it does vary on the role, and so I've got a guy who manages. So I've just started running paid traffic again. So I found a back door into running paid traffic. So it may not last, but I found a way that I can run paid traffic, and because it's been so long, I don't remember how to do it, and it's one of those skills that I don't want to go back and relearn. So I know a guy who's an expert at both Facebook and Google, and he earns $1,000 a month, and he manages the whole thing. Then I've got two guys on customer service, and they range in between like the $600 to $700 a month for like live chat. So they're on the website, they answer live chat, they answer emails, and they'll send an email to the supplier when we get an order, that sort of thing. All the things I used to do on a day to day. I've got a girl. She's a rock star. She's my SEO expert. So I hired her to do all my content, and she knows your processes very well. So it was a very easy transition. During the interview, she knew exactly everything you talk about, how to target, like the KGR and siloing, and how to, it's because she's been doing it for a while. So that was very easy to hand over once I saw the work she was doing. So she does that full time for me. So it's great. In fact, once I got out of my own way, I'm able to do a better job because I might have put out one piece of content a month, or maybe not even that much. She can put out 3 or 4 pieces of content a week, and she's getting backlinks the whole time. Every time she's getting 2 or 3 backlinks a week. That's not the sort of volume I would have been able to do because my whole time was answering phones and answering live chat and email until I fall asleep because my store is in the US and I'm in Italy. So if I fall asleep at 1 o'clock in the morning, it's still daytime in the US. So I'm missing sales and missing calls and missing chat. So I was the bottleneck. So we're actually producing a lot more. It's like a well-oiled machine now once I just got out of the way.
It's funny how that works. Very cool. Well, what's
Mm.
coming up for the store? You mentioned you're hoping to get into some bigger affiliate websites and just grow via, I guess whales out there. So, yeah, what's the plan with that?
So a few weeks ago, I was talking over Facebook Messenger with one of my affiliates. He's the guy who gets sends more sales to me than anybody, and he does a really good job. And I'm just one of his stores that he refers to. He's doing a really good job. And he just said in passing, he said something along the lines of, John, I think if you were to just make it a little bit more aesthetically appealing, I think you'd be able to attract some of the bigger affiliates. And it just got me thinking, and then the idea just wouldn't leave me. So I think it's time to give the website a facelift. So I'm going to be on a call with a Shopify partner tomorrow. We're going to see if it makes sense to completely redo the store, maybe around December, January time when it's very low season, and try to make it just a more professionally, just a better looking website because e-commerce stores can look a bit, I don't know, cheap. And the store hasn't been touched for about 2 years, so it could do with a facelift. With the intention of then, if it is sharper, more polished, and maybe the offer is a bit clearer, those sort of things, maybe I will be able to bag a few of those, or even 1 or 2 of those big behemoths in the affiliate world. Because I think just one of them would make a difference.
For sure. And what about like long term? Do you envision selling the any portion of the company or and cashing out, or are you thinking, hey, I could stick with this for a really long time and want to grow it? Like, what's your intent?
I don't plan on selling anytime soon. I guess the idea would be to sell eventually, but less now more than ever because when I got to that last August, I hit 100K, and it was like the first time I hit 100K in a month, and I thought, oh my God, like this is it. I mean, I figured there was a glass ceiling to it, and that was it. Um, and I thought if I can just keep it at this, but I was burnt out. I'm being burnt out, and I was thinking, how much is the store worth now? Maybe it's worth considering. And that was just a few short months later. and then like 100K, that's a week now. So if I had sold the store back then, well, now it's a completely different story. But what I find is that I never had a clear vision of how big the store could be or how big the business could be, whether it's more stores. And now I'm starting to expand the idea that, well, if this is possible, what else is possible? How far can I take this? So for now, I'm just going to see how far I can take it, see how big it can get, and still have it manageable. Because my goal is to not, run myself into the ground, but also make it as profitable as possible. And I really do feel good that I'm hiring 5 people. I started hiring people during the whole COVID thing when people were being laid off, which also helped finding good talent because agencies were losing clients in the US and they were letting off their contractors and I think I just happened to be hiring people at the right time. And I feel really good about being able to pay people salaries. And so I feel like I have a responsibility now, whereas before it was just me. So I don't plan on selling. Maybe a couple of years from now, that'll be a different conversation. But I just want to see how far I can grow it. And then do I go sideways? Do I open another store and then just repeat the process with the existing team and start all over again, rinse and repeat? Maybe. I
Yeah.
don't know. The option depends on my mood, really.
Well, it seems like you're having more fun now since you have the team in place and like you said, you're more of a visionary and yeah, like it looks like you're just having a good time, trying new stuff out.
Yeah, yeah. No, it's good because now I'm in that. Like, what I used to enjoy doing was the experimental marketing things. Like, oh, I wonder if this would work, and then go and figure it out. But then when you're bogged down with customer service stuff, because that's the stuff that needs to happen. I wasn't able to do any of that, but now I can. So I enjoy it a lot more because it's more of that. The marketing part is the interesting part for me. How do I get more organic traffic? Because that does actually light me up. It starts the wheels turning. So I find that really interesting. So if I can just do that, then I'll just keep doing it.
That's awesome.